everybody, welcome back to my channel where I talk about astrology and moons and rituals and all amazing things like that. Today is my second video, woohoo, on YouTube, and I come to you guys with a topic that is a very important topic for me, which is the full moon. I've always loved the moon, specifically the full moon. That's why I'm dressed like this. I also wanted to get a little warmer because here in the Bay Area it's really cold for me, and I am from Brazil. But I want to be able to see, for you guys to see me, so I'm going to take it out now and let's dive into the topic today, shall we? So I'm going to tell you what is a full moon and how does this full moon affect us, and also what should we do in a full moon and what should we not do in a full moon. So let's go. So what is a full moon? If we're talking about the sky, the full moon is when the sun is in direct opposition of the moon with the earth in the middle. From the aspect of earth, the sun is in the opposite direction than the moon. So as I said in my previous video, on a new moon, we have the sun and the moon in the same place in conjunction from the perspective of earth. On a full moon, the moon has done a semicircle and it's all the way on the other side of earth on the opposite sign. So as you can see, it takes 29 and a half days for the full moon to complete, for the moon to complete its full cycle. And the full moon is the midpoint, is the period where the sun is illuminating the moon completely, and when we look in the sky, it makes it look like it's a full circle. It comes to a full circle. So what does the full moon means in astrology? So astrologically speaking, the moon is known to be the feminine archetype, the yin energy from yin and yang, the receptive energy, and also the mother, because the moon rules Cancer, and Cancer is all about nurturing and the motherly energy. So the moon also rules the subconscious mind, as the sun rules the conscious mind. So when we have this opposition happening in the sky, we can see it as the sun illuminating aspects of our subconscious mind, the moon, and bringing it to the surface. Also, we know the moon, astrologically speaking, and also in other cultures, reflect our emotions. They're very connected to emotions. So it is a time we become a little bit more emotive, because all this information that's been in our subconscious for so long, it's finally coming to the surface. Some rituals of the Wicca religion. I don't know if Wicca is a religion. I'm not Wicca, so I don't know. Sorry if I say anything wrong here regarding Wicca, but we have also known that for generations and ages we've had people doing rituals for the full moon, and it's known that the line between the conscious and the subconscious, our world, the physical world, and the spiritual world, become more a thin line between the two, almost like a portal. And when you think about the sun highlighting these aspects of the subconscious for us, it's easy to understand why that happens and why so. So some people may think also that the full moon makes us go crazy. And I think that's a misconception, because what the moon really does, the full moon really does, is bringing all our emotions to the surface. So if we have emotions that are a little bit uncomfortable, I don't like saying positive and negative emotions, so a little bit uncomfortable emotions such as anger or fear, or maybe you're heartbroken, right? If you had, for example, a conflict with your significant other and it's a time of full moon, you're more likely to get more cranky and more feisty. However, if you're just falling in love with someone, or you're in a very good space, you're gonna become even more in love, even more enamored. If you're in a period of a lot of self-care, on a full moon you're gonna really want to take care of yourself and do those things that make you happy. So it is a misconception that the moon makes us go crazy. It just makes all of our emotions heightened. You become who you truly are, and sometimes you are not ready for that, and people around you are not ready for that. So what should we do in a full moon? So as I was telling you guys in the previous video, a new moon is a time to plant the seed, to make intentions, to write down your goals, right? You have a very clear mind of what those are, because nothing in the subconscious is highlighted at that time. We have the sun and the moon together, so all the conscious mind and what you want is very up to the surface. The full moon, we've had half of a cycle to mature our ideas, to grow our ideas and the seeds that we've planted. And now we're ready to release. We're ready to crop. We're ready to take what no longer serves us and release, because now not only are we having downloads from the sun highlighting this subconscious aspects of ourselves, but we also can see if the steps that we've been taking in the last 2 weeks are making us get closer to our goals. We can also see if those goals are exactly what we wanted. Are they aligned with our journey? Are they aligned with who I am right now that I'm in the full moon area, that space, and I can really see how I feel? Does it align with me? So it's a time for release, it's a time for baths, so you can like take away, get away from everything that no longer help you in manifesting your intentions, right? It's also a time for us to really turn inside and watch our dreams and journal our dreams and journal our feelings. It is not the time to act on new beginnings. It is not the time to manifest. If you hear anyone talking about manifesting new things and new intentions on a full moon ritual, I would have my doubts if that's the best time, because it's not a time to act impulsively. We are going to be very emotional during these days, so we should not act on those impulses, because it may or may not reflect what is really the best for us. So let's not manifest. Let's not think about our intentions in the aspect of new intentions. Let's take a look at what the intentions were from the new moon, or even 6 months ago when the new moon was in the sign that the full moon is right now. So for example, the sun is in Aries right now. Our full moon is in Libra. In this upcoming Saturday on the 16th of April, it's going to be in Libra, which is the opposite sign of Aries. And you probably will be letting go of things that may have started on the new moon in Libra in October of last year. So those could be intentional, conscious goals that you had in October, or something that you're not even consciously thinking about. You will get some clarity regarding those, but also the new moon that just started. So if we're just thinking about this cycle that started in April 1st in Aries, with Sun in Aries and the moon in Aries, then we can also have a lot of clarity around that. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys about the moon and the full moon. Please stay tuned, because I will be posting a video about the full moon in Libra and other aspects that are impacting us. There is a very important T-square placement of Pluto that is making a square aspect with Libra and Aries. Don't worry, don't freak out yet. I'll explain what that means. And I had to make a cut and an edit in the video because my camera just stopped recording. I don't know why. It said I've reached the maximum size or whatever. But anyway, I'm still celebrating the wins because I was almost able to record my whole second video on one shot, and I think that's pretty impressive. I mean, I'm impressed at myself, so thank you very much. And I also have a tripod now, and so my camera's not shaking anymore. So I have a backdrop. I mean, come on, only good things, right? So anyway, guys, I just wanted to thank you for being here, learning about the moon with me, interested in astrology, allowing me to share my knowledge with you guys. Please write down in the comments if there's anything you want to know about astrology so I can have some ideas of what you want to learn. I will try my best to explain it as easy as I can, because I know you all are not astrologers, so I'm trying to avoid using all the lingo, and when I try to explain to you guys. And in my next video, which I hope will be very soon, because the next full moon is Saturday, so I need to post before that for you guys, will be about the full moon in Libra and what does it mean for us to have this full moon in Libra. What are other aspects in the sky right now that are impacting us? There are some really important placements impacting this full moon, and some activities and rituals that you can do to harvest the full moon in the way that you seem fit and better for you. So stay tuned, and may the force of the stars be with you. Bye!